So let me take you through our approach and our results. So we are data scientists, so of course we want to do predictive analytics rather than prescriptive analytics, which is just a lot more fun. So we focus on survival rate, so that means in our case will a patient survive after 2 years after the diagnosis, for the simple reason that there is more targets in this variable than in responses to therapy, for example. Our approach was data-driven. Because we are data scientists, we love machine learning, so we want to use the machines to learn. We also used light GBM, which is a boosted decision tree based algorithm. It's fast, it's flexible, it's interpretable, and most important, it's very popular. It wins Kaggle competitions. And on the data side, we focused on demographic data, on the mutations, and on gene expression. And the third thing we put a lot of effort in is on validation. And that's because we are really dealing with the curse of dimensionality here. We have, 400 data points, and we have tens of thousands of features. You don't even have to try hard, or you will find a pattern that's not there. So cross-validator models, we didn't do hyperparameter tuning, and we tried to keep trial and error at the minimum. So, as for performance results, I can say there is some. We were surprised to find there is some predictive power in all of the 3 data sets separately. You see the area under the curve scores, which are indicating that it's better than random. We also tried combining the data sets, and the jury is still out on that, in the sense that it does as good as just demographics by itself, but the funny thing is that gene expression actually takes a lead in feature importance. Something we have not known how to interpret yet. We also checked with the Rogier, thanks for that Rogier, and that was actually a lot of fun. We gave a list of the most important features to our models, 40, and he checked them, and the nice thing is they make sense. So that's a confirmation of that the machine learning is at least doing something right. So as a conclusion, we dare to say that this gene data can somewhat predict a survival rate for 10 years. It's not a good prediction, but it's better than random. And another thing is that you really need more data, if any of these conclusions, if you want to hold on to them. Because in another data set, they may disappear. Much more details can be found in our Git repo. And we just had to do it. It was the perfect setting to try out a genetic algorithm to find which are the best genes for an algorithm. We have the results of that. If you want the list from the genetic algorithm, which are the predictive genes, then we can give it to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Jury, do you have any questions?
The survival data were sparse, and some people are not old yet. What do you think might that bias your data?
We explicitly took out people who have not been treated yet for 2 years. So this kind of thing, we were careful for biasing the data and leakage. So try not to take any features that even are remotely maybe filled in later at the time. So it's at the moment of diagnosis, the first time you walk in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering how much data do you need? How many patients? What would be sufficient?
0 preferably, because I don't want anybody to have cancer. But thousands more.
Thousands. Okay.
What is the minimum?
It really depends on the case. It depends on the pattern. Maybe some you will find out that there's just 100 of these genes that are responsible in combination with each other, and all the other 10,000 don't matter at all. Or you will find that the clusters are much bigger. It depends on this. So normally I would say as many data points as you have features.
No questions? No? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.